Welcome back to Inclusion Revolution. I'm your host, Tova Sherman, and we're talking about holistic lifestyle and integrating it not just into your own personal life, but how agencies in the community who do have programming to support persons with disabilities should also maybe look at integrating them. And Krista's here from reachAbility to tell us how they've been doing it. Now, Krista, when we broke, I brought up what I think is a really important point, only because I hear it all the time, and that is low-income people can't afford nutritional eating, and that oftentimes it's off to the fast food 2-for-1 deals instead of perhaps going and buying all of these healthy items that often are more expensive or perceived to be. Could you please share with me whether or not you agree that that's a problem, or how you address that or suggest your clients address that?
Sure. Well, we do have a nutrition component in the SYCLE program, and we talk a little bit about that, and I'm actually in the midst of creating a little booklet, an economical approach to natural nutrition, which includes some recipes and things like that so that people can make on a budget. But it's about using the resources in the community too. Like, we have farmers markets, extremely cheap produce there, buying local in-season veggies, using what you have, buying in bulk. You know, it is a lot more labor intensive, and there's that time commitment. But if you are on a fixed income and you do have the time, it's definitely feasible.
In other words, it's more time challenge in your mind than it is a money challenge.
Exactly.
And also, I guess, an information challenge, like that booklet you're creating, which would, by the way, be a fantastic booklet for any of our listeners to get their hands on. So we'll have to ask you to get that done and get it up on the Inclusion Revolution website. But that said, you really identify that it's really not a money issue if you know where to go and are willing to do a little bit of the running around.
Sure, yeah. It's definitely a viable option for anybody in this community.
Well, I appreciate that. Now let me go to the staff.
Okay.
Because you commented earlier that there's a role modeling issue. We can't all go into the back room as teachers and facilitators of courses and classes that we're trying to teach, have our Mac and run back in. But of course, we have every right to. But what has your approach been with the agency staff? Because we've talked about clients, but how's the staff responding to you? Is everybody just sort of eating in the other room when you come in, or hiding their food?
Well, I think sometimes, yes, they have that perception that I'm going to, ream them out for eating whatever they're eating. But I recognize it's a personal choice, and it's where you're at in your life. So if you want to eat what you want to eat, that's your body and that's your choice. But I've noticed several staff members have approached me about what they can do personally because they want to improve their eating habits. So it's just about being open and being available and letting them know that I am there if they seek information, but not pushing it on anybody because no one...
Because I actually think there is a certain agency responsibility. I happen to agree with you that we are role models to our clients when they come in, and as you've identified, some programs run like 6 months and so on, and it would seem to me that it would be really important, part of that holistic approach to living well, to be able to provide that information and for the coordinator to have some kind of feeling for it. Do you know what I mean? So I'm really impressed that some staff have approached you. Have you approached your agency and said, I'd like to be a resource, not just for my clients, but for my staff? And how did the agency, rather than the individuals, take to that?
Well, the agency was incredible because I approached them saying that this is what I can offer, and they definitely supported that. They encouraged it. Like, for example, the Reiki, the energy work, and as a relaxation method. The director seemed very supportive of that and encouraged me to pursue that, because at the end of the day, it is stressful work at times, and it's great to have somebody on staff who can offer that for other team members.
And I really know how important that is, because doing the work that you do, and so many coordinators and people committed to the disability community do through agencies in this community, whether nonprofit or charitable, is stressful work. And I think it's fantastic that you've brought to an agency not only your belief in the importance of the youth getting the access and the clients getting the access, but the staff getting the access, and really changing things systemically within an agency. And I want to congratulate you for that, because I think that's a pretty big accomplishment. And I want to encourage everyone to check into the reachability.org website, and if you're interested in finding out more, you can reach Krista at Krista at reachability.org, and that's Krista. I'm doing well so far. And that might be if you're interested in just following up on nutrition questions. But it's now time to go to our weekly poll. as well as our weekly piece of news. So let's take a fast look at that, and remember the news and the poll are on the inclusionrevolution.com website. First of all, our news this week comes from Prevention Magazine, who says that a 2009 study performed by the American College of Sports Medicine found that exercise, you'll love this, can help prevent and treat cancer. The study actually found that moderate exercise, like a brisk walk for 3 hours a week, I didn't know that was moderate, okay, reduced breast cancer and colon cancer deaths by 50%. For more information on that article from Prevention Magazine, do go to the inclusionrevolution.com website and read the rest. Now, our poll this week that we're really hoping you're going to come online and vote on is, in the light of the study that exercise can help prevent and treat cancer, are you ready to commit to doing more exercise? Let us know. This isn't a New Year's resolution. We just want to know. Now, this is Tova Sherman, your host for Inclusion Revolution, wrapping up for another week. Thank you, Krista Harder, for joining us this week. It was very enlightening, and I think you have a lot to offer our community.
Thank you, Tova.
And for me and the crew over at Inclusion Revolution, have a great week. We'll see you next week. She was good because I thought we talked plenty. Almost 2 minute, 1 minute wrap. Wrap it up. If you see me going.